You ever look back on a decision and think, if I'd just known that one thing?
I've made a huge mistake.
That's how many homebuyers feel after closing on a house. They didn't know what they didn't know, and it cost them. Sometimes it's the small stuff, the overlooked, seemingly harmless decisions that snowball into financial headaches, stress, and regret. I have worked with a lot of buyers over the years, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 7 common mistakes that I see buyers make over and over again, so you can steer clear of them and buy a home with confidence. Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions that you will ever make, and while the process can feel overwhelming at times, it's not always the big stuff that gets people in trouble. It's the little things, the overlooked steps, the choices that seem minor but snowball into major problems down the line. If you are planning to buy a home soon or currently in the process of looking, grab a pen, take some notes, and hopefully this video will help make that entire process much more smooth. Before we get into it, if you find this kind of insight helpful, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now let's get into it. Mistake number 1, not saving enough. The first mistake that I see all the time, only saving enough for the down payment and nothing more. A lot of buyers hear you need 20% down and immediately panic. But let me be clear, you don't need 20% down to buy a home. In fact, I made an entire video debunking that myth. So you can go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Now, having a bigger down payment can absolutely help. It can lead to lower monthly payments, better interest rates, and in some cases, no mortgage insurance. So yes, the more you save, the more flexibility and financial cushion that you will have. But 20% is not required. For most buyers, the minimum down payment is anywhere from 3% to 5%, depending on your loan type. So if you're looking at a $400,000 home, that's $12,000 to $20,000. Totally doable, right? But here's the trap. People stop there. They save just enough for the down payment and maybe a little extra, and then get hit with the rest of the costs. So let's break it down. Closing costs usually add another 2 to 3% of the purchase price, covering things like lender fees, title insurance, and prepaid taxes. That's another $8,000 to $12,000 on a $400,000 home. Then come the move-in expenses, furniture, paint, blinds, maybe a new fridge or washer and dryer. And even if you don't plan to upgrade anything, things break. Your AC goes out, the water heater fails, your roof starts leaking. That's why I recommend having at least an additional $5,000 to $10,000 saved on top of your down payment and closing costs. This isn't about being excessive. It's about buying with confidence and protecting your finances. Oh, and to be clear, this is separate from your emergency fund. You still want a backup plan in case life throws you a curveball. So yes, you can absolutely buy a home without 20% down, but don't make the mistake of undersaving and starting your homeowner journey stressed and stretched thin. Mistake number 2, forgetting to factor in monthly expenses. Now, mistake number 2 is a sneaky one, only focusing on your mortgage payment and forgetting everything else that comes along with owning a home. Sure, your lender might tell you your principal and interest payment is $2,000 a month. But what about property taxes? What about homeowners insurance? In many cases, those are escrowed, meaning that they are rolled into your monthly payment. And here's the part people don't always realize. Both of those can and often do go up. Your county can reassess your property and raise your taxes. Insurance premiums can increase year to year, especially if you're in an area with higher storm activity or rising rebuild costs. So even if you're budgeting based on your quote today, understand that it might not stay that way forever. And then there's the stuff no one really talks about, ongoing maintenance. You're now responsible for everything. The furnace, the roof, the plumbing, the appliances, even the simple things like gutter cleaning or replacing a water heater down the line. A good rule of thumb, budget at least 1% of your home's value annually for maintenance. So if you're buying a $400,000 home, that's around $4,000 a year just to keep things running. And on top of that, you will want a dedicated emergency fund separate from your home budget. Because if your furnace dies in the middle of February or your AC quits working during a heat wave in August, you need to be ready. Trust me, credit cards and panic Googling at 2 a.m. are not a strategy. Bottom line, before you fall in love with a house, make sure you're running a full monthly budget and remember that your monthly costs are more than just your loan payment. Plan for taxes, plan for insurance, plan for maintenance, and surprise repairs. And you'll sleep a lot better at night. Remember, the goal isn't just to buy the house. The goal is to afford to keep it. Mistake number 3, writing off FHA loans too quickly. FHA loans get a bad rap. Yes, FHA loans do come with mortgage insurance, but they also tend to have lower interest rates. And depending on your credit score and down payment, they might actually be a cheaper option. If you were a buyer choosing between a 3.99% FHA loan and a 4.99 conventional loan with 10% down, guess what? The monthly payments would be pretty close, even with mortgage insurance on the FHA loan. So before you dismiss FHA, run the numbers. Sometimes the less popular option ends up being the smartest financial move. Mistake number 4, taking list prices at face value. Mistake number 4 is a common one, assuming the list price is the actual value of the home. This one gets people all the time. You see a home listed for $450,000 and immediately think, that is way too much, or we should offer full price before someone else does. But here's the thing, the list price is a marketing tool, not a guarantee of value. It's the seller's opening move, not the finish line. Some sellers overprice based on emotion. Others price low to spark a bidding war. What really matters is how the market responds. So if a home has been sitting on the market for a few weeks with no offers, that tells you something. Maybe there's something going on with the property, but odds are it's overpriced. On the flip side, if it hits the market and gets multiple offers within 48 hours, chances are the pricing is right or even under market value. The key here, don't get emotional about the list price. Your agent can help you look at recent comps in the area, how long the home has been on the market, and how competitive the local market actually is. That way, you make a smart offer, not just a fast one. Mistake number 5, only talking to one lender. Number 5 is another common mistake that new home buyers make. This one drives me crazy because it is so easy to avoid and it can save you thousands of dollars. So here's the deal. Lenders are competing for your business, but they don't always show you their best offer up front. Some will give you a high rate or inflated fees, assuming you won't question it. But the moment you show them a better offer from someone else, suddenly the rate drops or the fees get adjusted. So shop around. Talk to at least 2 or 3 lenders and make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Same loan type, same rate lock period, same closing time frame. You wouldn't buy the first car you test drove, right? Treat your mortgage the same way. A small difference in rate, just 0.25%, can mean tens of thousands of dollars saved over the life of your loan. And don't forget, it's not just about the interest rate. Ask about lender fees, ask about points, mortgage insurance, and what happens if you refinance later on. You're the client here. Make them earn your business. Mistake number 6, treating the home inspection like a pass or fail test. Mistake number 6 is a big one. Treating the home inspection like it's a test that the house either passes or fails. That's not how inspections work. A home inspection isn't a grade. It's a snapshot of the home's current condition and a tool to help you make smart decisions. Every home, even new builds, will have something on the report. Maybe the roof has 5 years left to go. Maybe the HVAC is older but working. Or maybe there's a plumbing issue that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. Don't panic. Instead, use that info to negotiate. You can ask the seller to make repairs, offer a credit, or to lower the price. And if the issue is serious enough that the seller won't budge, you can walk away with your earnest money if you have an inspection contingency in the contract. But skipping the inspection or assuming a minor issue means the house is a total disaster, that's where people go wrong. Use the inspection as a tool, not a verdict. And finally, mistake number 7, ignoring future life changes. It is easy to get caught up in buying the perfect home for where you are in life right now. Your current commute, your current lifestyle, your current needs. But what happens 2 or 3 years from now? Are you planning to grow your family? Could your job change, or could you go remote and have to work from home? Is the home in a school district you'd want to stay in long term if or when you have kids? I have seen buyers fall in love with a place that works for them today, but then quickly outgrow it because they didn't plan ahead. And here's the thing. Selling a home shortly after buying comes with additional closing costs, moving expenses, and potential capital gains if the market shifts. So before you make an offer, take a moment and project a few years out. Will this home still fit your life if it changes a bit? Now, no one can predict the future. You don't need a crystal ball. But what you do need is to think ahead, so you're not forced to make another big move sooner than expected. So let's recap. The 7 home buying mistakes to avoid. Number 1, not saving enough. It's not just about the down payment. You need extra funds for closing costs, move-in expenses, and unexpected repairs. Number 2, forgetting the full monthly costs. Mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, utilities. It adds up fast, so make sure your budget is realistic. Number 3, assuming FHA loans are bad. Don't dismiss FHA without running the numbers. Sometimes the lower interest rate outweighs the PMI. Number 4, taking list prices at face value. The list price is a marketing number. The real value comes from how the market reacts. Number 5, only talking to one lender. This is a big one. Shop around and let lenders compete for your business. This could save you thousands of dollars. Number 6, treating the inspection like a pass or fail. Every home has flaws. Use the inspection as a tool to negotiate and make an informed decision. And number 7, ignoring the future. Think a few years ahead. Your needs might change, and buying with that in mind could save you from having to sell too soon. Here's the good news. Every single one of these mistakes is avoidable. When you know what to look out for, you can make smarter decisions, you can save money, and you can feel confident in your home purchase. Now, what are some mistakes that you may have made or seen other home buyers make when shopping for a new home? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, do me a quick favor, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And if you are planning to buy a home here in the Cleveland area, I would love to help. And if you're not local, I have got a great network of agents across the country that I can connect you with. Thanks so much for watching. I'm George Poporad, and I'll see you in the next video.